Have a wonderful evening so far, and thank you for joining us, and welcome all the many guests who are in here, and welcome to this evening event. We have guests all over Asia. You can see spanning the whole Indonesian archipelago, Singapore, to the Philippines, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and all the way down under into Australia and beyond. I'm Gerald. I was once in the corporate world, bringing in millions per year. Now, I'm on my way to earning my own million to financial freedom. And some of us are working for companies. Some are business owners over here. Well, tonight, I have a speaker that is a business owner managing 2 factories and in 2 different countries and looking after a force of 120. Now, his wife, however, had developed along the way a degrading autoimmune disease, and which had made her more immobile. This led to a frantic search round the world over to obtain a solution for her beloved. And this search led him face to face with Celagen. And thereafter, his whole perspective on global network enterprise industry changed. And how did it change him, you might ask? Now listen to this pioneer from Indonesia, Angga Laskarus. Everyone, a warm welcome for him.
Thank you, Gerald, for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. Allow me to play a short video, which I hope will help you all know me more. Now, before that, I would also like to introduce myself that I have always been a skeptic. I carry with me a skepticism towards testimonies, even more so in MLM industry. The word skepticism is a very powerful word that has locked me up in my ignorance. For me, a video could easily be made up. For that reason, this short video I will be playing was made not without many attempts of persuasions from Miss Lee, a lady whom I will be introducing later. Now, shall we watch the video now? Oops. Hello, I am Angga, and this is my wife Oli. From our marriage, we have 2 wonderful sons. It has been a good life for us then. However, things turned out the other way. When Oli fell ill in 1995, we visited almost every hospital in Jakarta at that time. Doctors could not explain us the cause of the disease. Oli's body would ache extremely. She begins to lose her vision, her hearing. The worst thing is she lost her sense of touch. I went wanting the best for her. We seek medical help in Singapore, and there we know the name of the disease is fibromyalgia. Doctors until today do not know the cause of this disease and the cure to it. At that time we did not give up. We went as far as Shanghai and Guangzhou to seek for medical help. Her life was fading, and all she could do was lying in bed for 15 years. Okay? All his arms and legs, I remember, would get skinny and feeble. She could hardly pick up a cup, let alone walk. Her future looks grim. Her vision became blurry. Her words became indistinct as she could not pronounce words properly. Her once warm attitude towards me turned cold because she could not feel my hug. I like combing her beautiful hair, but then she could not feel me combing her hair. Every day she could cry, so did my heart. She felt hopeless, so was I. Yes, so was I. In 2013, on the business trip, I came here to Avita, but it was closed. It's a Hari Raya, and I came back on the next day. Again, it was closed. It was Singapore National Day. But then I made it the third time on Saturday, and then I met Joey, who helped me a lot, welcomed me, explained me about Celergen comprehensively. In doubt, I returned to my hotel to look and search more about this product. To my surprise, I found a doctor who suffered the same disease as my wife and has benefited from Celergen. Now, this is the miraculous part that I came back to Avita to purchase 2 boxes of Celergen for my wife. Within 2 months of consuming Celergen, all these conditions showed improvement. She regained back her vitality, her energy, and she told me she felt like a new life grow within her. One day while at work, Ollie called me from upstairs in our house. She told me she walked up the stairs on her own. This is the first time in 15 years she could walk up the stairs on her own. I was amazed. That evening, we embraced each other. We were grateful. We cried in joy. Thank you, Celergen. Thank you, Avita. Anyone with or living with autoimmune disease, or any diseases for that matter, will experience a difficult walk. It feels like endless. Yes, we are blessed that Celergen has helped her within a short period of time. Within a year, her recovery truly obscures the long 15 years of our sufferings. It is true that she does not have full recovery, but she regains her functional mobility. She is again able to do activities just like any normal people. Now, we are not the only one person enjoying this privilege. There are too many. There is Diona, whom I have known in person for more than 5 years. She is a practicing doctor who has been very busy helping COVID-19 patients in Philippines. She has 21 years of medical experience under her belt, practicing integrative medicine. I'm privileged to have her joining us in this gathering, and I would like to call her now, Dr. Diona. Good evening.
Good evening. And good morning, everyone. Mabuhay sa inyong lahat. I'm Dr. Diona. You may call me Dr. D from the Philippines. Thank you very much
All right. I will address you by Dr. D then, Diona. I've known you since day one. Is I've been calling you, and Ollie has been calling you Diona. All right, Dr.
Yes.
D. It's a
Hello.
blessing. It's a blessing to have you with us. Thank you for your time, Dr. D.
Of course. Thank you very much, Angga, for having me tonight.
Yes. Then, may I know, Dr. D, what does Salergen actually do to our body that it has helped Ollie, a chronic sufferer of autoimmune disease?
All right, Angga, that is not a very easy question. It's quite complicated, but I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. Okay, so
Thank you.
allow me to share my screen. So the immune system is a complicated topic in medicine. So we're all afraid of this topic, but immune system is very, very important. It's our ultimate line of defense. And don't worry, I will not bore all of you with this scientific slides. I will make things easy for all of you. I love making things easy so that you will all understand.
Thank you.
Yes, the immune system made easy. So who among you play chess or Game of Thrones? Can you raise your hands? You play chess? Oh, Joey. Many of you, Gerald, yeah. Or Game of Thrones, have you watched Game of Thrones? So you have to protect your own castle, right? So for you to understand that the invaders are like the inflammation site. And then these dragons, they are the first line of defense. They are your macrophages or cytokines. And then the lymph node is part of the immune system. So sometimes if your lymph node is enlarged or inflamed, that means there are aggressors or invaders in your body. So that's a sign. And then the second line of defense are your T cells. And then your T cells they are helping the macrophages. And then they will kill the invaders. And then they will report to the B cells. The B cells, how they were able to kill the invaders. The B cells will be restoring the memory, and then they will be the one to create your antibodies. So like a canyon, boom, those are like antibodies. So very nice, right? So you can easily remember now the role of the immune system. But what happens? How come some patients' immune system become imbalanced, or what we call the autoimmune condition or diseases? What are the possible causes and risk factors? The age, 15 to 44 usually, and the gender, women are more commonly affected than men. We're also seeing it among men. Genetics play a role definitely, but we have external factors that can trigger an autoimmune disease, like the environment, the chemicals, the heavy metal exposures, infections from viruses, bacteria, is stress that can trigger an autoimmune disease. Oh, mamma mia, who is not stressed among all of us, right?
Yes.
Diet, standard American diet. I call it the SAD diet or Western diet because of thousands of chemicals in the food. And we have this excessive hygiene hypothesis wherein you are super, super duper obsessed with cleanliness, that your body was not exposed to some germs and your immune system would later on react to even normal pathogens. So it's a hypothesis. So sometimes a little germ is okay, all right? So let your kids play outside. So an autoimmune disease, it's where the immune system, it cannot distinguish which one is healthy and which are harmful. And both types of cells and tissues are attacked, and the attack is never called off. So it says attack, it has a no retreat, no surrender attitude. And it's dangerous because you see, it's never called off. It's like the war in Russia and Ukraine. It's like never ending. So, and these immune cells are confused who are the friendly ones and who are the enemies. So confused immune cells. And then what will happen? So this is on the microbiological level. Don't worry, I'll explain it very simply. Any inflammation, there's a fight in your immune cells, would lead to cell death. Then cell death will trigger autoantibodies. Just remember, when you have an autoimmune condition, you have autoantibodies, wherein you are attacking your own cells, tissues, or organs. It's confused, right? And then stimulating tissue destruction and further inflammation. So it's like a cycle. And then this is how it looks like. Battle of the B cells. Got this from Harvard. And you know that these B cells would fight to produce the best autoantibodies. Imagine, they would fight. So that's why Ollie has been experiencing so many symptoms. And it can attack any cell, tissue, organ it chooses. It can attack the brain, the skin, the gut, the lungs, the heart, anything, the liver. So what is the role of Celergen in these autoimmune conditions? Celergen is an oral form of cell therapy from Switzerland. First role is elimination of free radicals, leading to inflammation. Second is repair of damaged cells, tissues, or organs because of the marine DNA inside it. And then third, it acts as a natural anti-inflammatory and it's an immune modulator. Later on, I will show which specific ingredient is capable of this. It's a natural analgesic and gives one a renewed energy and vitality. Because most patients with autoimmune conditions, they are in pain, just like what we saw in Ollie, and they are weak. So they will experience renewed energy and vitality. It's because of the CoQ10 ingredient in Celergen. Thank you, Angga, for sharing Ollie's story. Because of this, I'm now able to help so many patients with autoimmune conditions. Now, how can it help? This is the study proving the analgesic and immunomodulatory effect of Celergen is because of the marine peptides. This is done in the University of Hong Kong. And then, how does it help? What is its role to patients in general for cellular repair and regeneration, enhancement of energy, stamina, and vitality, relief of joint pains, for mental health, glycemic index reduction of sugar. It boosts the immune system, but as I've said, it also has the capacity to balance the immune system. Beauty enhancement, this is for the ladies, and a healthy reproductive system. And these are evidence-based benefits from Europe's largest and most sophisticated clinical research testing center. Thank you, Angga. Back to you.
Oh, dear. Dr. D, now thank you for explaining to us in a simple layman terms. So now I can understand why, we can understand why Ollie is suffering from her loss of sight, her loss of hearing, her loss of sensing, smell, and the loss of her muscle mass, and how Celergen helps to help her recover. It's very nice. Thank you, Dr. D. Now, do you have any advice for us who are healthy, who said that we are not ill? So do you have advice for us, Dr. D?
Of course, please do not wait to get sick before you start on Celergen or cell therapy. Celergen is mainly for preventive wellness to help you prevent certain diseases, chronic diseases, and sometimes even it helps in cancer prevention, but of course, always combine it with healthy lifestyle. It's very true, an ounce of prevention is always a pound of cure. Prevention is always better than cure. And you can take it for the rest of your life because your wellness has no limits.
Very
Salamat.
reassuring. Very reassuring. Thank you, Dr. D, again for your time. Thank you. Okay. Now there is someone that I have also known for 4 decades and been very connected for the last 5 years. 4 decades knowing him, and for the last 5 years we have been very connected. He is Mr. Handri, a president director of a prominent local bank who takes great care of his health. I very much like to have him with us tonight, but due to his busy schedule, he cannot be present. Nevertheless, he has offered his available time to be interviewed in advance and recorded. Mr. Handri is happy to share the video with everyone here. Selamat siang Pak Handri. Terima kasih sebelumnya untuk waktu yang diberikan kepada kita semua di sini untuk yang mengikuti IBOP 7 April ini. Pak Handri bisa ceritakan bagaimana Pak Handri mengetahui dan kenapa Pak Handri memutuskan untuk konsumsi Selergen dan kemudian menjadikan Selergen ini bagian dari perawatan kesehatan Pak Handri?
Oke, thank you pertanyaanmu. Seorang teman saya yang saya kenal mengenalkan standar tinggi, memperkenalkan Selergen pada saya. Melalui sebuah blog, saya terhubung dengan Angga yang saya sudah kenal lama, yang telah lebih dahulu menikmati manfaat produk premium ini. Dari pertemuan dengan Angga, saya menjadi lebih mengenal apa itu Selergen. Dan sejak saat itu, 4 tahun yang lalu, tepatnya mungkin tahun 2017, bersama istri, kami telah mengkonsumsi Selergen. Bahkan sejak tahun 2018, kami berdua setiap pagi mengkonsumsi 2 kapsul masing-masing setiap hari, setiap pagi. Kami telah menjalankan hidup serta tanpa dokter selama bertahun-tahun ini. Kami sudah berusia 70 tahun. Masih treadmill dan membakar kalori 400 kalori setiap hari. Dan nggak berasa ada lelah, capek. Fisik saya terjaga dengan baik. Di Maret tahun 2020, awalnya COVID terjadi, saya dan istri terinfeksi COVID-19. Gejala kami sangat ringan. Dokter keluarga kami merawat kami. Kekhawatiran kami adalah istri saya ada sedikit diabetik. Kami berdua belum divaksinasi pada saat itu. Bersyukur kami melewati infeksi tersebut tanpa kesulitan dan pulih total dalam sebulan. Persisnya yang orang katakan OTG. Setahun kemudian, waktu kami mau vaksin, dokter nasihatkan kami supaya tes darah laboratorium SARS-CoV-2 kuantitatif sebelum divaksin. Hasilnya sangat di luar dugaan, nilainya sangat tinggi, melampaui batas maksimum. Dokter kami berkata, biasanya antibodi pasien yang sembuh dari COVID-19 akan melemah setelah 3-6 bulan. Tapi nyatanya setelah 1 tahun, antibodi saya tetap stabil. Bahkan tinggi seperti yang semula. Kami percaya ini adalah berkat Selergen.
Iya, Pak Handri. Sungguh sebuah berkat yang patut kita syukuri ya, Pak Handri. Dan setelah itu saya juga melihat semangat Pak Handri memberi nasihat kepada komunitasnya tentang produk premium Selergen ini. Apakah Pak Handri bisa bagikan pemikiran dan semangat yang Pak Handri miliki tentang Selergen ini?
Saya telah mengetahui bahwa Selergen adalah sebuah produk yang uji dan terbukti secara ilmiah. Saya sendiri merasakan manfaat secara pribadi. Ya, dan saya terpanggil dan sangatlah alami bagi saya untuk membantu rekan dan teman saya menganjurkan mereka menginvestasi pada kesehatan mereka yang adalah kekayaan sejati. Itu panggilan hati nurani supaya mereka semua menikmati manfaat dari Selergen. Dan hampir setiap kali pertemuan dengan orang yang sudah saya kenal, pasti saya perkenalkan Selergen. Dan saya telah mengenal Avita, sebuah perusahaan yang established dan memberi kepada rekan-rekan kerja kompensasi dan dengan murah hati dan adil. Saya telah memutuskan untuk bekerja sama dengan Avita membuka market di Indonesia. Saya kira demikian, Angga. Terima kasih. Yuk sudah mengenalkan saya Legend.
Pak Andri, benar kita juga harapkan sama, semoga semakin banyak yang bisa menikmati kesehatan yang adalah kekayaan sejati yang seperti Pak Andri katakan tadi. Terima kasih sekali lagi Pak Andri. Selamat siang.
Ya, sukses selalu ya bersama Tuhan. Amin.
Amin. I did mention in the opening that I have been a skeptic, especially of MLM. I believe I'm not different from most of us here because we were brought up in a traditional way. Joey once threw me a great question. Can I still afford to consume Celergen every day if it has been brought into Indonesia through traditional wholesaling and retailing? I experienced my first shift in paradigm. Witnessing all this change in her health, the helplessness I was faced with, the time, and of course the joy deprived from this illness, the walk made me see that the people who are blessed with health, I begin to see my business, my industry, how health is truly of great importance, how health is related to wealth. Without health, wealth has no value. And then on the other hand, without health, wealth may be beyond reach. So if this health is related to wealth, then how huge this wellness industry is. Wellness itself is an industry of global scale worth 4.5 billion and growing. It is almost twice the growth of our world economy. Unknowingly, without me realizing, sharing this good news of this good food among my community turns out to be me growing a network. Now there are growing numbers of friends enjoying this wellness. There are growing numbers of ailing friends enjoying a better life. And I found myself in the industry itself. And let's fast forward 5 years now. It is a network of 200 and growing. There are associates in my network who are president director. Well, he is the gentleman that whose pre-recorded video has been played just now, who together with his wife enjoy the benefits of Celergen and survive COVID-19. Then there are directors of local bank, professor teaching in a prominent business university. They all come from traditional background, but now going MLM to grow. Now this only confirms that this business of Avita is an accountable business. I mentioned a professor teaching in a prominent business university in Jakarta. Actually, again, I very much like to have his presence with us. He is Professor Sugiarto. His busy schedule for the next 3 weeks, preparing many PhD students, has made it impossible for him to be with us now. We do not even have a chance to do a pre-recorded video of the dialogue, but I hope we can always meet him on another occasion. We have had many interesting discussions on Avita business, heated ones, too, I would say, before agreeing on this Avita networking. At times, I forget that he is a professor in business, while I'm not. Now, he's building his own Avita network team. Just 2 nights ago, we had a very short call. He agreed that the value of Avita platform is fair, and that is what makes Avita unique from the rest of the network marketing company out there. And he is passionate, together with Mr. Handri, to open the Indonesian market. I see one powerful common ground here in Avita, which is the essentials of success. That is its education. It is extensive yet down to earth. And the great thing is there is plethora of experienced trainer, the upline, the sidelines, everyone in this family giving trainings through sharing their experiences, through formal trainings, all done selflessly. Everyone will experience this warmness of learning. And I believe some of you who has been a while with Avita will have already experienced it. There is Diona here, Dr. D here, as you can see from the slides, me here, and there is this Professor Sugiarto meeting regularly with us every Sunday afternoon. Here is a director of a local, prominent local bank, Mr. Suroso, that we hope will be with us also soon. And yes, this all are the warm Avita family that I live with now. A quick view of the interesting ranks in Avita business, from VIP all the way to Crown Ambassadors. Now, and the best part, the best startup position is at Gold Associate. I'm happy to be a Platinum now, together with Platinum Director Handri and a few other Platinum Director in Indonesia, and leading to open the market in Indonesia. Well, please discuss this great work in Avita with your friend who invited you here. Very well. Allow me to share important findings that I have got from many discussions with this family that helps to change my paradigm, that has provided me a clearer understanding of the differences between a traditional business against a proper MLM company. I will present this in a graphic. In traditional distribution, be it goods or service, this is the normal channel many of us is familiar with. There are the main distributor, the local agent, the wholesaler, the middleman, and shops before connecting the source to consumers. And of course, all these amount to intermediaries markups, advertising and promotion costs, sales, marketing costs, transportation and warehousing costs. Now, in network marketing, the role of intermediaries are being taken by independent distributors. Don't other distributor, the agent, wholesaler, etc. There is only one independent distributor between the source and the consumer. In network marketing, people is the distribution channel, reducing cost of operation. Using the word of mouth becomes the powerful tools of the promotion, as Professor Sugiarto has explained, and it has become one more precious thing that I have known. MLM or traditional business, there exists both fair and unfair players. Where is Indonesia? Indonesia is among the 9 countries where Avita is operating. It is among 700 million of population in all these 9 countries. It has a population of 270 million, one who is among the highest in GDP. The people here has the same need of both wellness and wealth, just like anyone else. The walk, witnessing the changes, friends getting their health back, the new understanding, insights, the new wealth venture, all these experiences excites me. I find myself among the pioneers in Indonesia. The market in Indonesia is still young, but huge. There will be many more pioneers leading this huge market. Yes, it is not without challenges, but the vision of bringing the goodness of this premium cell therapy, this business to my nation, my fellow Indonesian, always encourages me. I have the privilege to meeting this lady on countless times. She is the lady I have mentioned earlier just before the first video. She is Miss Lee Xiang Yin, the CEO of Avita, who has tirelessly been giving me encouragement and insight to open the great market of Indonesia since day one we met, to touch the people with the warmth of Asia, with the warmth of Avita, I'm sorry. Very well, I will now invite you to be among a smaller group in a breakout room where we can feel free to query, to discuss, and of course, to enjoy the fellowship. May Gina help?
Angga, your slide.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I will invite everyone here to be in a smaller group in the breakout room. And we will just discuss freely on in your community of families and friends. Do you see the huge market and how Celagen can help them? I hand back to Gerald or Gina.
It's Badet Angga, PD Angga. So
I'm sorry.
I'm all set to bring everyone to the breakout room.
Thank you, Badet.
You're welcome.
All back.
Yes,
Badet, are we
back.
all
Yes.
back?
Yes.
We're all back.
Yes, we're all back.
All right. 20 minutes is never enough. It's too much to share. But anyway, I hope that you all had a fun time in the breakout room. Is there anyone who would like to share their vision? Who are excited to share their vision here? Just anyone, just one person, perhaps. All right, then. If none, then let us.
Angga.
Yes.
Sorry, your your friend here, Chongping.
Yes, Chongpeng.
Yeah, no, I was sharing my room halfway just now, where I, like you, did traditional business, and one person running all over Asia, and I was just sharing my room when it closed. So just to finish up what I was sharing, so now I have more than 1,000 people spread across 9 countries, all provided by Avita, plus a little bit more, and didn't employ any of them. Everyone is working for themselves. And when I evaluate business, I evaluate both ends, right? The product and the business. So for the product one, we will have a separate session to talk about product, simply because there are many testimonies. But I was saying that if the person wants to evaluate business, then please don't try to evaluate the product on themselves only, because otherwise, Saligen, Alvin said it's not a miracle. I say it's almost a miracle, quite close. So therefore, to test a miracle means you, on your own, you need to get all the bad things happening to you. Then you take Saligen and validate every single one yourself. But that's not what we want to do. We have a whole team of people here with a lot of experience. So perhaps those who were invited by your friends do request that you have some product explanation and talks and all that. We have a lot of fantastic talk. Last week we had one from the doctor. So the evaluation of the business could be done separately from the product, and I will advise everyone to do it in parallel. Don't wait till you test 8 different conditions on yourself before you decide, oh, this is a business, because the business won't wait. So yeah, that's what I want to share. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chong Peng. Yes, it is a process, but not an easy one. I must say, but I can agree with what Chong Peng has mentioned. That's what I've gone through. Thank you, Chong Peng, for your insight. Thank you very much. Yes, I will just show one more slide. This is a photo taken just before the pandemic in St. Regis Hotel, Singapore, when Avita family celebrated the 10th Saligen anniversary in 2019. Little did I feel then that I have been working for 5 years among the Avita family. Truly, I must say it is a blessing to journey as a pioneer in Indonesia. I look forward to many more joining the venture. Be a pioneer in Indonesia, in your community, and beyond globally. I encourage you to take your first step by getting in touch with your friend who invited you here. Thank you. I will hand the microphone back to you, Gerald.
Thank you, Angga. Wonderful. A warm virtual clap and a good clap in front of you for you, Angga. Thank you. And I think your wife is next to you. Am I right?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's always with me. I have the freedom now. I have the freedom.
Okay. Give her our warm regards.
Thank you, Gerald.
Yeah. Yes. And for everybody you have heard here, we are all taught to assess situations before embarking. All right. Embarking on life challenges, embarking on work, embarking into academics, anything, we are taught to assess situations first. And this important choice is yours to make. And the time is here to explore a chance opportunity with trusted knowledge gained by so many, and also within your group. You can move from being obligated in life towards more into a liberation in life. So open here for you is a leap ahead for you. As the next slide that you will see. Where Saligen sells at normal price in the global economy in red, but now we are as member, you just sign up just the $20 membership, you can have Saligen at a discount already. But more important, how do you start? We have packages. I think someone in the room mentioned, do we have a package or are we gonna buy one by one, you know, out from the shelf? Yes, we have package to help you leap forward. And the package is a silver package whereby you have a saving of $3,400, which is a lot. All right. And you can also go into a direct gold package where you have heard you can take Saligen for free. You can contact the person who invited you how to do it. The direct gold packages will save you $8,300 from the retail price. Imagine that saving. So with that kind of saving, we hope that you're able to decide to take an advantage of what you hear today. And the next slide, I will say, is that they are now, just to let you know what is up and coming, get 5 extra boxes within the seminar itself, and you go for gold. All right. What do you mean by going for gold in this LEAP seminar? As you see a familiar face over there in the picture, Joey Tan. All right. And those who are in the group itself. So when you sign up to this, to give you an introduction of what to experience, and I'd like to invite Joey to let you know more about what is this seminar to leapfrog forward. Joey.
Yes, thank you, Gerald. Yes, Entrepreneur Leap Seminar, we call ELS, because basically this one is a half-day seminar for all of us, especially those who are not so sure about this network marketing business, MLM business. How then do we educate? Just now what Angga shared. Education is a very, very important feature of Avita platform. It's our strong foundation to professionalize the people who may have think that they have done MLM, or who may have a lot of strong objection about MLM. Have they ever been learned, have ever been taught properly, ever been taught professionally? So ELS is a course whereby we do every month, whereby we conduct every month passionately to share our own experience. Myself being an engineer, I shared in my group earlier, all of us, especially myself being an engineer, when I first come in, very, very fixed, very, very not flexible at all. So, but when I go through all the lesson here in Avita platform, I find that nowadays my mindset in terms of flexibility, in terms of able to explain to people, how can this, not only Cellurgent, how can this platform help many, many people out there in terms of their health, not only just in terms of their health, but also more importantly, how then can we elevate their financial level? So ELS is a very, very important fundamental course for those of you who love to help other people, and for those of you who also want to build a passive income on Avita platform. Okay, thank you very much, Gerald. Gerald, you're muted.
Okay, censor the first part. But having said that, yeah, it is important as we go along. Education is always important. This is almost equivalent to a $30,000 worth of MBA course. All right. And this has developed just to help you understand and move forward faster and within the safe confinement of the family of Avita as we work in a group. All right. In Avita, we always work as a group, as a family, in teamwork. So with that, if you sign up, you get extra 5 boxes of Cellurgent worth $2,300 and free where you go for gold. Now, the most interesting thing is one of that, if you saw the level of the tree growing from gold, then to platinum, and then to diamond. So it's the fast track that you can have to go into a platinum director, where it is already a platform for business, all right, as an entrepreneur. So having said that, if no one else have any other questions, we shall end tonight by all of us turning on our cameras, our videos, and we take a good shot and have a good smile, all of us, and put your best reaction that you have on emoji. And we ask
Yep. All right, everybody, just keep on smiling.
EJ to take the
1, 2,
picture.
3. All right. One more. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for coming in and being present, and follow through and inquire with your upline or those who invited you here. More details, they will be glad to furnish you with everything. Thank you and good night.
Good night.